We have some cases today. There it is, yes. Before getting into the case specifically, a word about receiving the case. When I studied homeopathy, it was called taking the case. And the work that we studied, apart from what Hahnemann wrote, of course, was the work of Pierre Schmidt. And this always sounded to me like an interrogation, a bit like Gestapo getting information out of some victim. I wish no disrespect to Pierre Schmidt. It's a perfectly good Germanic, Swiss way of cutting the cake. It is completely inappropriate to the kind of practice that I find myself in. So my case work is more towards receiving and more the way it's been described here. We are agreed on this. I want to say something about not hunting for the outcome, not being goal-oriented. And this is difficult for us in homeopathy because we know that if we are able to select a similimum, something amazing will happen. We know it because we've seen it again and again and again. However, not all our patients respond as we would wish them to, and then we understand this is our error because we have not found the similimum. This has a number of consequences. The first is personal. It means that we feel, or easily feel, that we haven't done the best that we know we could be capable of. It's good because it keeps us working and learning more, but from the point of view of our confidence, it can be catastrophic. I've watched my colleagues and I've watched myself go up and down like yo-yos. A good day when our patients got better, we were up, and a bad day was when they didn't and we were down. It is common amongst homeopaths to work as individual units. I think we're a bit like fighters in a guerrilla war. You know, just a few of us against the forces of the disease. We don't have a network whereby we can speak with others about when we don't feel good about what has happened, when we feel that we have failed in our highest mission. And this means that it's easy for homeopaths to burn out. Maybe this doesn't happen in India, but across Europe, it happens a lot. So the formation of a group is very good, but even better is to go into the work without the expectation. Don't expect anything. My view now is that we are two people in a room. Sometimes there's more than two, but the actual dynamic is between one and one in a room. I like the idea of the room because it contains us. James Hillman, the Jungian, who liked to play with words, played with the word womb, tomb, and the consulting room. The room, the womb, and the tomb. It's a place in which something is born. We give birth to something. It takes place in a room which is safe and allows for the possibility of this growth, this new thing, without being threatened from the outside world. It's safe, it's a room, it's a womb. It's also the place where something dies, the tomb of that which we did not need. And it's a journey of transformation that takes place as a birth in a room and ends. That view is not goal-oriented. It's simply saying we are going on a journey together and we will discover some things as we go. It is limited by something, of course, because we're not going to talk about the price of fish. We're going to talk about the healing issues or the problems that an individual experiences. Therefore, the therapist's role is to go where it hurts. Pain is the result of resistance in the flow. When life flows like a river, there is no pain. It just flows. When there are obstacles in the river, there is turbulence. And that turbulence it will be experienced as disturbance, and if it's for a while, for a certain time, it'll become chronic pain. So wherever there is pain, we go. We must not be frightened to go where there's pain. Going with the pain without an agenda. We're not trying to find a remedy at this point. We're just going with what we're being given, and the desire is to intensify the experience that the patient has in order that the pain should speak. It's the resistance speaking. That is the way in which I like to imagine the process is. This is how I like to imagine it proceeds.